Cape Town, Helsinki, and Cincinnati are among the top places to visit in 2017. Yes, you heard that right. Travel and Leisure has named Cincinnati one of its top 50 places to visit in 2017. The magazine cited the city's renaissance as a major reason to give it a first or second chance. Travel and Leisure also credits Cincinnati's film scene, mentioning that Nicole Kidman, Colin Farrell, and Ellen Page have been seen in town dining at Boca and Soto while staying at the 21C Museum Hotel. So how did we get on this list, and why does it matter? In this morning's Business Insight, we're joined by Julie Calvert, Executive Director of Source Cincinnati. She joins Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio with insight on why Cincinnati is so hot right now. Julie and Kelly.
Thanks, Peg. Julie, thanks for being here.
Great, thanks, Kelly. Thanks
Julie, I've known Julie for a long time. Cincinnati's biggest cheerleader. You do a phenomenal job.
Thanks.
Start with Source Cincinnati. What is Source Cincinnati?
Well, in its simplest form, Source Cincinnati is a national media relations initiative for the city, or for the region for that matter. You know, there's lots of organizations that do national media in and of themselves for their own missions, but nobody's really doing it overall for Cincinnati. Kind of looking at it from a high-level view. It was a gap. And we look at all the great things that are happening, the momentum that was happening here in the community and spreading, you know, outward. It was time to get our name out there and get in the national spotlight for some of the things that were happening here in Cincinnati. So many corporate organizations, civic organizations, foundations, universities came together and said, hey, we want to be part of that. So we got started about 3 years ago, and we're ending our third year just this year.
And, you know, it's tough to, this is what you do every day, but try to help people understand how we get on these lists. It's not just you call up Travel and Leisure and say, we'd like Cincinnati to be on this list. How do you do this kind of work?
Well, we did call Travel and Leisure 3 years ago.
Say we want to get on this list.
About this list, and they're like, yeah, well, good luck, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a combination of things. You know, it's good timing, it's good stories to tell, it's things that are ownable and believable, and it's really just a great momentum that's happening in the community that really publications like Travel and Leisure, you know, Vogue magazine, the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, they can feel that, that those things are happening in communities. And when they start seeing a city over and over and over again in the news, and they do watch each other's news, they read each other's articles, so when you see the same city popping up over and over again, you know, that's a signal that there's something there to take a look at. It was also a very strategic effort to bring in folks who are influencers of those publications. And for example, with Travel and Leisure, that is not a list you can pitch. You know, it's not like we can call them up and say, hey, here's the list of things we have going on.
Yeah.
It's really done by their editorial staff looking at a city objectively and saying, hey, when you look at who our readership is and what they expect and what they want, the cities that we feature, can that fulfill that mission for us? So, you know, again, it's the cool factor that's happening in Cincinnati. You know, we're a city right in the middle of the country that, you know, just has great stories to tell, and people are looking for that authentic experience, and so we offer that.
And what are the benefits that bring to the Cincinnati and those of us who live here by getting this kind of recognition and attention?
Well, you know, I think the biggest thing is we're building reputation for this region, and we hear over and over again, you know, whether it's meeting planners or site selection consultants, or even executives that are looking to relocate perhaps to Cincinnati's, you know, they just don't know a whole lot about, they don't think badly about Cincinnati, they just don't know what to think about Cincinnati. So the benefit is, you know, building that reputation. So if you're a business owner, you're a hotelier, you're a restaurateur, those are more people coming in because they understand and they know what Cincinnati is. The biggest thing for us locally is a sense of pride and accomplishment. That getting on a list like Travel and Leisure, you know, Thrill List, into Paste Magazine and other, you know, other popular publications that are influencing people's behaviors and decisions on cities is really something that people can feel proud about. You know, I think in Cincinnati for a long time we've kind of suffered from this sort of humble pie.
Yeah, right.
You know, we've talked about that a lot.
About that, yeah.
You know, over the years, and I think people are ready to break out of that and really kind of, you know, embrace the energy and embrace the passion that's Cincinnati and feel proud about that and be part of that movement that's happening.
Do you feel like local people are embracing it as well?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely they are. You know, I think back to a story that Deadspin did, you know, maybe about 18 months ago, poking fun at the chili of Cincinnati, you know, and we all can remember how grotesque that was, that story. And there would have been a time where people would have jumped on that and said, well, I hate this about Cincinnati, and this is bad, and this is bad.
Yeah.
Instead, they turned that around and started talking about all the things that were great about Cincinnati and why they loved living here and why people should, and to the point where Cincinnati began to trend, you know, on the internet because of all that buzz that was happening. So I think people are really feeling a sense of pride and feeling good about Cincinnati and want to be part of that energy moving forward.
Well, yeah, and let's take that moving forward. Hopefully we can ride this wave for a long time. And thanks to your good work for making it happen.
It takes a village, that's for sure. So we're just glad to help out.
Thanks for being